It's your boy Officer Dude back with another video. Today I'm gonna be covering a question that I get a lot at work. One of the most common questions I get is, are sheriffs over police officers? I get that. I can't even tell you how many times I get that question. Are sheriffs over police officers? And I think the only reason that people think that is because I don't know why people think that. I just can't. I don't know. Let's answer it though. The difference between sheriff's office and police departments are jurisdiction. Sheriffs cover the county, police officers cover the city. State troopers, highway patrol, they cover the highway. Some of them cover like the unincorporated parts of the state. So where there's no sheriffs, where there's no police. But we're gonna focus and talk about the difference between police and sheriffs, okay? So police is ran by a city chief or a police chief, right? Sheriff's office is ran by just a sheriff. Now, cities have a chief, however, the chief has bosses as well, which is city council or the city manager or city mayor. So they got another level of bosses, right? Sheriff's office don't have that. Sheriffs have a sheriff, that's it. Sheriff makes all the decisions for his office or his department, okay? So, to jump right into it, let's say this. If you want to be somebody who makes like a lot of arrests, who wants to do maybe a lot of traffic stops, a lot of drugs, usually the most fit people will go here. People that want to eventually go into maybe the feds, FBI, DEA, anything like that. You want to become a sheriff. Sheriff's deputies are the ones that are typically better at being cops. Okay, that's where you want to go. If you want to make it anywhere else in your life, you want to be a sheriff.
I'm just kidding.
I wanted to get through that without laughing. Damn it. Y'all knew that was a joke when I started talking about anything of more. Let's be for real. Let's talk about some benefits of working both, okay? Police departments. Police departments have like a diverse call nature. So you get experience in a lot of stuff, typically really fast. Now with that, having that call nature like that, there's always something to do. Some traffic stops, serving warrants, specifically targeting drug areas or guns, stuff like that. There's always something to do in the city, right? One benefit of not being a sheriff, just off grid, is now to do with animals. You actually need a sheriff, it's like all their calls are for animals. Horses in the street, cows in the street, pigs running loose.
And supposedly it's been in and out of traffic. Vehicles away from the zebra. According to the trainer, the zebra would have no problem going right through a fence.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not me. Back to the benefits though. Quick backup. Police departments typically have pretty good response times for your backup to get there. My department's like 2 minutes. We'll be there at you. We coming, big baby. We on the way. Sheriff's office benefits. So just like I was saying about like with backup, you're gonna be by yourself a lot from what I hear. It's not from what I witness because they're always together. But from what I hear, you're alone a lot of the time. Right, your backup can be pretty far away. If you want to be alone, then that's something that could be a department you want to go to if you're a loner. That's not a bad thing to be a loner. If you would rather work alone, there you have it.
Hi.
Okay.
Sheriff's office typically have a lot of different departments to work in because they handle so many different things, so like the courthouse, the jail, civil processes, stuff like that. They have a lot of different departments you can go to. And they typically have pretty relaxed policies. So such as like the chase policy, typically a sheriff's office will chase for anything, whereas your city departments won't. The city council typically voice their opinion if not wanting to allow you to do that. But sheriff's office, like I said, only has that sheriff. So whatever the sheriff wants is what your department is going to be able to chase for. Typically the way we would do it is, because we have a pretty strict chase policy, we'll get into a chase with somebody or someone starts to run away, we'll call in the sheriffs and they'll take over. They could usually have pretty relaxed tattoo policy and beard policy. Not all sheriff's offices, but if the sheriff is okay with having his deputies have tattoos, good. Beards, good. They allow that. Most city departments don't allow the police officers to have tattoos and beards. I said in all that I just said, I mean, there's like small benefits to each one that's different from the other department. The only big thing that's different is jurisdiction, right? But notice I said in the beginning that the sheriff deputies are over the entire county. Now they typically only answer calls in the county, like outside of the city, but their jurisdiction is for the entire county. So they could come into the city, they could answer calls, they could. They don't, but they could. They could do traffic stops, they could do their search warrants, their civil processes. Anything they want to do in the city, they can do. They just don't. They choose what they want to do and what they don't want to do. I got 2 examples of that. So, picture this. Actually, let's do that thing. I drew up a nice little graphic. I want to start by saying that when I went to school, college, I went to be a graphic designer. And this is my work. All right, hold on. Let me explain it. Calm down. Let me explain it. Calm down. All right. So if you see this street, this is the city limits to my city. Everything down here is the city. Everything past this sign, where are you at, sign? Everything past this sign up is the county. So the county folks were at this call right here at this house. They happen to hear somebody screaming at the corner. Said it sounded like a female. They get on their nice little radio and they request that city folks come out there and handle that call.
Damn, why this loud bitch gotta bring that shit over here?
I'll put the picture back up. They were right here. More than one of them. Because like I said, they'll tell you all the time that they by themselves. They don't really got no backup. It'd be more than one of them. They're all right here at this call. Right? She's screaming over here. They call us. That just happened to be my beat. I already know I'm pissed when I get there. I'm pissed. Luck I didn't find anybody there, so I can clear it out unfounded. But I was pissed. And then they had the nerve to be leaving their call and try to talk to me. Now look, I'm a pretty nice guy. I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to a wall. They just tried to play me on that call. They do it all the time. They had to ride past there to leave their call. I get it. Y'all don't want to take calls out in the city. But you can. You just don't. So it pissed me off a little bit. I'm always pissed off with something they do. They always do that. It's not a one-time occurrence. It happens all the time. All the time. Second time it happened, where I guess I can kind of see how they could call us. I don't know. Somebody apparently overdosed in the city. And my beat again. He somehow made it to his house out in the county. I was gonna say it wasn't that much of an overdose if you were able to make it home without calling us. So he makes it home. Some reason his family calls or something in the county. So they call us to come do the report. And I'm like, I get it. It happened in the city. What much following up can we do for the city for an overdose? It's reportable for us, for our department. Yes, we have to report on it. But that's it. It's a report. It gets cleared out. There's no follow-up investigation be done on that. You could have did that report. Or, I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you. It's them. They could have did that report. They chose not to. I had to drive my tail all the way out to the county. I don't even talk about it. They're going to piss me off all over again. Next topic, please. Next topic. Now, I'll say this. Our departments do have different responsibilities. The city, I don't really know what responsibilities we don't have other than we don't do civil processes. We still respond to civil calls, but we refer them to the sheriff's office. And I find a lot of joy in telling somebody you gotta go to your sheriff's office. That is such a joyful occasion for me to tell somebody that, to know that they actually have to work. They actually have, Did you know sheriff's office do work?
Nope.
In all seriousness, there are different responsibilities. Sheriff's offices have to maintain the courthouse, the jail. They do all your civil processes for the county, all that stuff. So they will come into the city to do some of that stuff, like your civil processes. I used to think they'll go pick you up for warrants, but we do that. So I'm not sure. I thought they used to. Before I became a cop, I thought the sheriffs would be the one coming to pick you up for a warrant, but we do that. So they don't do that either. But I also never see them for the civil stuff, but maybe they sneak in and sneak out. I also work third shift. Now, we used to rotate shifts though, and I didn't see them on first shift either. So I don't know. Now, one responsibility I've never understood why they don't have is accident reports. Sheriff's officers do not do accidents. One will ride past you, see you're in an accident, will sit there with you, maybe. Some will sit there with you and wait till either city cop gets there or state trooper. They have the capabilities to do accident reports. I've seen it on the computer. I have the same system we have. And I used to think, oh, maybe they took the little accident section. There's a little button you can hit to start an accident report. And maybe they took that off their computer since they can't do it. No, it's on the computer. They have access to do an accident report. They just don't. And I don't know why. They'll sit there with you and then we'll show up and then, okay. Yeah, it's your accident. Another story about that, they come through the city chasing somebody. We get caught on the radio. Actually, one of the officers sees them and is like, hey, there's some deputies chasing the car right now. So I'm like rushing over there. It's like the next beat over from where I'm at. Lights and siren over there. I'm all excited. I get to the scene of where the last location they gave. I see a fence down. Next thing you know, I heard the radio, hey, the officer by the fence, stay there with it real quick. So I'm like, all right, I'll stay here. 5 minutes later, I gotta do the accident report. This is their accident. Listen, y'all chased this person through the city. This is y'all accident. But I had to do the report. So I'm like, really upset about this thing. You gonna chase them through our city and they want us to do the accident report? That's what happens, man. It's so backwards, so backwards. That's all. There's really no. That's all I got for it. That's all I got for it. There's no animosity between us two. I get along with everybody. Do I hate to be done wrong? Yes. Are there times when there's been a call in the county and the city's right here, the call's right here? For some reason, we get the call. It gets transferred to us. I get dispatched to it. I look at the map and I say, hey, it's in the county. And they get back on the radio and say, yeah, county said they're not sending anybody out there. What? 10-9. The county said they're not sending anybody out there. Make a supervisor aware, please. Oh my gosh. There's this one address. I don't know. This real quick story. There's this one address right by the city. It's the county. They will not come out there. And I'm routinely having to go there to this place for this lady and her drugs. She tries to call and says somebody else is stealing her drugs when she's just trying to use us for a report to get more drugs. I'm leaving it alone. Listen, we get along. It's great. We love each other. Pick your department wisely, okay? If you want to be proactive, do things, have a diverse nature, know your backup's 2 minutes away, go to the city. If you want to be a loner, do whatever you want to do, put stuff off on the city, go to the sheriff's office. That's where you want to be, okay? And that's it. I don't know what else to say. So you have a good day, man. It's nice talking about this. Really bring up some great memories. Peace out.